A luxury glamping tent experience at Mount Engadine Lodge with unobstructed and breathtaking views of the Rocky Mountains, immediate access to the backcountry, and being pampered with 4 delicious meals. We're giving you our review and tour of their glamping tent accommodation that we stayed in for 2 nights in mid-May, which you can book directly on Mount Engadine Lodge's website on your next glamping vacation when you come to Alberta, Canada. There will be future videos on our stay at Moose Suite, the meals we had, and what you can do in and around Mount Engadine Lodge. Let's go! Welcome to Redoin Life, a channel that encourages and empowers you to recognize you are the agent of change in your life and to start changing. Located in Spray Valley Provincial Park within Kananaskis Country, Mount Engadine Lodge is a 2-hour drive from the city of Calgary or just more than an hour drive from the town of Canmore in the province of Alberta in the country of Canada. You will be traveling on gravel road along the Smith-Dorian Trail, also known as Highway 742, to get to Mount Engadine Lodge. So your vehicle will get dusty and it will be a bit of a bumpy ride. But I tell you, I can't get enough of this beautiful mountain scenery. It's so gorgeous. Since you will be parking your vehicle to stay overnight at Mount Engadine Lodge, you are required to purchase a Kananaskis Conservation Pass from the provincial government of Alberta. I will leave a link in the video description below for you to purchase that pass. Otherwise, you may receive a warning or be sent a fine in the mail by the province if you don't have a pass. There is no denying that when you stay in any of the accommodations at Mount Engadine Lodge, you get stunning views of the Rocky Mountains, along with a view of Moose Meadow and Commonwealth Creek just below. You are situated and staying in the backcountry, which means that there is literally no fence or barrier between you and the wildlife that live in this provincial park. So you will be able to witness wildlife in their natural habitat, living their lives at a distance, and at the same time you need to educate yourself on wildlife safety when coming to Mount Engadine Lodge. More on this later in the video. Mount Engadine Lodge is completely off-grid and is EcoStay certified. There are multiple different types of accommodations available at Mount Engadine Lodge, which includes cabins, rooms in the main lodge, a yurt, and the glamping tents, which is where we are staying. All accommodations are available year-round. The only exception is their yurt. All 5 glamping tents are pet-friendly. You would have to pay a fee per pet per night. We stayed in the glamping tent called Peak Bagger. I like not having a tent on the other side of us as it allows for more privacy than the tents that are between other tents. Let's head inside. You get a key to access the glamping tent with the name of your tent. The first time I walked into the tent, it smelled similar to a typical hotel room as the clean smell was coming from the king bed linen. It didn't smell like a typical camping tent, which is a good thing. Even though the tents are pet friendly, it was quite clean in our tent. The 2 twin beds can be transfigured into a king size bed with pillow top mattress, which I thought was cool as you were given options on your sleeping preferences. Both sides have a night table, reading light, you got your plugs, got some facial tissue and pair of slippers. What I like about this rug is that it brings that backcountry feel, that back to nature feel. It's got all those really nice leaves on it. That patterning is really nice. I like it. The king size bed was a nice size for my husband and I. It was super comfy to sleep on and had the right amount of softness and firmness coming from the pillow top mattress. The pillows were wonderful as well. They have at least one really firm pillow option available, which I liked, and at least one soft pillow option that my husband liked. Sleeping was so good on this bed. The glamping tent can accommodate 4 people between the beds and the pull-out couch. For 2 people, the glamping tent is the right size of accommodation. For 4 people, the glamping tent can feel a bit small and crowded. The pull-out couch has a double bed. The couch is super comfy to sit and relax on and has good back support. We love chilling on it. In front of your seating area, you have a table. Got this very lovely rug here. I like this. It's very nice. I like the patterning on it. There is no air conditioning, instead there are 2 fans just in case. The ceiling fan was effective and having the additional standing oscillating fan was great for additional air circulation. The temperature during the day was quite warm outside and so was inside the tent, which made it a bit uncomfortable. However, over time we noticed that the temperature in the glamping tent doesn't fluctuate drastically throughout the day and the gas fireplace, which is the heating system, was pretty consistent and didn't overheat the tent at night. Definitely at night it's colder, but the fireplace is effective and has a very romantic aesthetic. The heating system, once again, the fireplace, is controlled by the thermostat. You have a window here that you can open to get fresh air. There is a window curtain. There is an adjustable blind in the door window that you can set to your preference. The blind on the door and window curtain were good at keeping the light out and providing privacy, but when it's sunny outside, the light does get through the canvas walls of the tent. There are some pros and cons with the tent walls being canvas. We loved hearing nature through the tent throughout the day and night. On the other hand, you can hear people talking outside the tent when guests or staff pass by, and from the neighboring tents when other guests are talking, or with dogs barking because the tents are pet friendly. Vice versa, your conversations can be heard by other guests as well if you are talking loud. So it's a nicety that Mount Engadine Lodge provides its guests with earplugs just in case it gets too noisy. Here they have a storage cabinet with hangers and 3 storage compartments. I personally love the amount of storage and hanging space available. There were multiple hanging hooks throughout the tent. Here we have a table for 2. We have 2 chairs. We have a nice drawer here, so if you're kind of like, if you are coming out here and you are doing some work, you can pull out that drawer and put your stuff in it. A nice table lamp. Rocky Mountain hand sanitizer here. And they also have a bottled water, and there's 2 glasses here. We drank some water already. The mini fridge is not part of the accommodations at Mount Engadine Lodge. Rather, there is only 1 mini fridge available and is a very special request item that is not openly offered and has to be asked way in advance and will be provided on a first come and first served basis. Having a bathroom right in the glamping tent is super convenient, as all glamping experiences don't always have running cold and hot water sink, shower, toilet, and toiletries right inside. The shower was nice and spacious. There was Rocky Mountain Soap Company hand sanitizer, hand soap, lotion, body wash, shampoo, and conditioner offered in the glamping tent, which I thought was nice as you don't have to bring your own toiletries if you didn't want to. I found that everything washed to be quite drying on the hands after use, and having the daily oat lotion helped for a bit. More on that in our video on Mousse Suite. The cool thing about this toilet is that you actually have a soft closed lid. You have a deer hook, which is pretty cool, right here, where you can hang your stuff. These are the bath towels right here. And because we are in the backcountry, we also have a heater here in the washroom to keep things warm. I like that the bathroom switch turns on the lights and the exhaust fan at the same time, but it does get very loud in the bathroom because you can't turn off the exhaust fan separately. I love the pronounced backcountry feel of the decor, especially the light fixtures and the hooks that have pine trees and backcountry wildlife on them. In the glamping tents, there is no Wi-Fi, cell phone reception, in-room telephones, computer jacks, and televisions. There is no cell phone reception in Kananaskis Country, which is where Spray Valley Provincial Park is located within. The last cell phone reception is in Kananaskis Village or the town of Canmore. If you require access to Wi-Fi or internet during your stay, head to the main lodge. A cedar balcony deck that is large, spacious, and private to some degree, aside from the other glamping tents. Some Adirondack chairs to lounge on as well. The views of the Rocky Mountains, Moose Meadow, and Commonwealth Creek from the deck were quite stunning. All meals are served in the communal dining room. If you have any dietary restrictions and/or preferences, Mount Engadine Lodge can accommodate those requests with lots of advance notice. For example, I requested for all 4 of my meals to be vegan during our stay in the glamping tents. Please keep in mind we eat vegan, we don't live a vegan lifestyle. Meanwhile, my husband requested all his meals to be regular, except for any game meat. Check-in is at the main lodge. When you first arrive after your check-in, you will get afternoon tea, which includes a charcuterie board and dessert. This is typically served from 2 to 5 p.m. Keep in mind, coffee, tea, juice, and water are included in your room rate. You can grab coffee, tea, and water at any time throughout your stay in the main lodge communal dining area and bar. However, any other beverages outside of those 4, like alcohol or carbonated non-alcoholic beverage, are for a fee that will be charged to the room. The main lodge is open 24/7 for all guests to access. Dinner is a 3-course set menu that includes an appetizer, main entree, and dessert. This is served at 7 p.m. You will be given a form at this time to create your packed lunch. More on that in a bit. In the morning, breakfast is a 2-course meal with a cold item that you can pick up from this buffet table, and a set hot main entree that can be either savory or sweet. This is served between 8 to 9 a.m. Lunch is your custom-made packed lunch, which includes a sandwich and a snack. All this was based on the form you filled at dinner the night before. Lunch is ready sometime after breakfast and is available for pickup in the main lodge. The menu does change each day, and especially more when you stay longer. The food and drinks was absolutely yummy, was displayed nicely, and super filling. There is no way you will go hungry at Mount Engadine Lodge. It's also cool to know that 95% of the food is made in-house. You may notice that we didn't dine in the communal area. We ordered in-room service, however, this is a very special request and is not openly offered. If you want in-room service, you need to ask way ahead of time and confirm whether or not Mount Engadine Lodge can do this for you. Like I mentioned earlier, their service standard is serving the food in the main lodge communal dining area. So glamping tent right there, that's the one we're staying at. You park right behind it. We booked the glamping tent through Mount Engadine Lodge's website in November of the year before. We paid this nightly rate, but it doesn't include additional fees that you would have to pay like taxes or add-ons like EcoStay or the Romance package. The price varies between months, days of the week, and booking your stay closer to the time you want to go. So what we pay may not be what you pay. They do have a stricter deposit and cancellation policy. They also have a small percentage surcharge for all credit card payments, so you are aware. More information can be found on Mount Engadine Lodge's website. You do get a bit of a price shock looking at the nightly room rate, but the price you pay is really for being immersed in the backcountry, that is no fence between you and nature and wildlife, being off-grid, double occupancy, that is 2 adults, and getting 4 meals. It's one of those experiences where you get to pamper yourself and be immersed in nature. This is a treat me type of vacation. Further, you are required to electronically sign a backcountry waiver to stay at Mount Engadine Lodge. I like this definition of backcountry by Collins Dictionary. Backcountry is an area far from cities and towns that is thinly populated and largely undeveloped. There are dangers and safety requirements of being in the backcountry where there's literally no barrier or fence between you and wildlife, which includes predators. So please educate yourself on the wildlife that lives in Kananaskis Country and what you need to do if you encounter any of them during your stay prior to going to Mount Engadine Lodge. Mount Engadine Lodge does have some information at the main lodge on how to deal with certain wildlife if you encounter them. They also have bear spray available, but that could be available on a first come first served basis. It would be best that you brought your own and know how to use it. We highly recommend staying at the glamping tent at Mount Engadine Lodge. We would definitely go back ourselves, especially staying in the glamping tent because it feels like camping, but with the comforts of home. The tent was super functional, very cozy, and clean to stay in. Pete Bagger tent was really private and far away from the main lodge. We get to glamp and be fed super tasty meals and not have to cook. It was a very relaxed and chill atmosphere because of the backcountry location. Also, the staff were very friendly and accommodating. It is a small staff team, so if you request for something, they will do their very best to get it to you. The staff execute multiple roles and cover each other, so they can get busy. However, if they don't get to your request in time, you can be assertive and ask again, and they will help you. If you enjoyed this video, help our channel by hitting the like button, sharing with a friend, and subscribing for more glamping content to come. Check out our blog article here or in the video description below.